I'm not entirely sure myself, but with all that hype, I'm gonna have a lot of confidence if I was there. But this is Mawts, and Mawts is already a confident person if you talk to him, and now it just gets even better. Now these are both character loyalists here. Are we gonna see a Nina from Mawts here? The last time they faced off against each other was a 2-0 in favor of NatureLover, but this is a very different Mawts. I'm pretty sure he's been hiding his secret weapon for a while now.
Right. However, on Signal Ultra Warriors NatureLover side, he did lose his first game today, but you can bet, he's been watching the matches, he's been practicing while waiting for this final match of the day to go up against Mawts. And this is a coach versus coach, the feature match for today, and what a statement it would be. Whoever could take this game.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, in terms of just standings, Mawts might be the hungrier player, but that doesn't mean you can count out NatureLover. NatureLover's a little too dangerously close to 7 and 8. I don't think he wants that to begin with. I think he wants to solidify his status as solidify his standing. I mean, against Mawts. But really, after what happened today, we can. The numbers are going to be thrown out the window. We're probably going to see Nina again from Mawts, unless of course he wants that lore battle against Julia.
This is day 8, and we are slowly approaching the playoffs. Crunch time is now. This is the home stretch here for the Nationals Tekken 7 conference, and these two had better leave it all out. They cannot hold back anymore. Anything they were hiding, maybe they have to show just a little bit, just so that they can eke out that win.
Yeah, they gotta eke it out at this point. Oh, we already know NatureLover's gonna stick with Julia, but of course, even though you know that he's gonna play that character, there's always that little curveball. Veteran players and good players can easily change the way they play within the snap of a finger with these immediate adjustments. And knowing how smart NatureLover can be, knowing how brainy NatureLover can be, it's just hard to think of what could possibly happen next. But once again, it's such a toss-up, I can't even analyze properly.
It is big brain versus big brain. Two coaches now thrown into the field. Who is the bigger brain? Will a galaxy brain come out from any of these two? Like you said, it's 50-50. We have no idea how this is going to go. But right now, we are seeing the Julia versus Nina.
Oh, definitely. And now, Abandoned Temple. This is actually Mawts' preferred stage had he been Ganryu. But again, as Nina, that's of course a question mark from here. But once again, comfort is comfort. And if you find your comfort pick and a comfort stage, it will be in your favor a bit.
Okay,
but once again, NatureLover has had time to analyze all these matches.
Going somewhere?
How will the analysis go for him? He was able to see the Nina in the previous game. How is he going to come out? He's going to come out a swinging.
Oh, definitely. And now, Mawts trying to go for the aggression, no break here from NatureLover. NatureLover trying to back off a bit. Instead of going for those full crouch mix-ups or trying to party, instead it's just Mawts going forward.
And Mawts is not backing down. Julia being as strong as she is, nice little low parry here, coming from a NatureLover. But as it appears right now, I'm gonna say it again, the lead seems to be a little hard to come back from. I'm not going to say insurmountable because that's a little too much. But here he is, NatureLover has made the comeback. Life leads are equal here. Oh, big block! But the elbow just to seal it out. Wow, a comeback!
Yep, another one. And, well, aside from that, you saw that low parry covering coast to coast, basically. It covered every single mile. And now, Mawts is now going to put NatureLover in a bad spot again. But we've seen this movie before. Julia's wall carry can change the tide again.
Definitely top 5 probably in terms of wall carry and wall game is Julia. But Mawts not backing down here, decides to not continue on with the run. Oh, he doesn't get the Punisher on the bow and arrow, and this gives NatureLover a chance to pull up another comeback. No Punisher! Bow and arrow to seal it again. And NatureLover pulling off these amazing wins.
That was ridiculous, because I really thought that was going to be a launch punish for free, because it really is. But I'm guessing Mawts was going for the optimal and just a frame late, a single frame late, and that just changes everything from here.
The wall bounce again. The wall splat here for NatureLover. He is in full gear right now, taking a win against Mawts. Was so impressive with the Nina.
Wow. But once again, this is another thing. NatureLover doesn't want to change his standings. NatureLover doesn't want to go down at all. So every point matters, and even he wants to break even here, considering the fact he got 0-2'd by Dojin earlier.
He needs these wins, and that was a great motivational victory for NatureLover. He started off a little shaky, probably, the nerves of being the last match of the day. But as soon as he got that low parry, he just shifted things into gear and it was all him.
It really was all him. But aside from that, we saw bright spots for Mawts. We saw how brilliant he can be. But it's just one of these little things. As it's a game of inches between the two, and it's just small things that have led to disastrous results. It wasn't even big drops. It wasn't even any of those. Instead, it was a frame late punish. It was a counter hit. It was a counter hit wake up low kick. It was a low parry. Just those. It was a domino effect from there on out, and that's what makes it crazy.
That's what you have to expect from these high level plays. You don't expect to see absolute washes every single time, but whenever the matches are close, the players need to find those small areas of advantage and turn things in their favor, and that is exactly what NatureLover did. And Mawts is going to have to not make those small mistakes. He's going to have to be a little bit more optimal or even maximum optimization here for this game if he doesn't want to lose.
And of course, this is Infinite Azure. This is a great stage here for Nina, or at least Mawts. Mawts as a player, he loves that neutral. He loves those side steps, and he has to make sure that NatureLover has no wall to carry to.
And NatureLover, though, he is bringing the fight early on here. Great punish coming from Mawts, but the spring kick, retaliation, and the throw break here from both players.
And now Mawts in trouble. He is in rage. Oh my god, the Magic 4. Is he gonna go for the Mawts combo? No, just one Hellbringer, but that's enough damage to put NatureLover in the danger zone here.
The slide here, going for the mix-up. He blocks the elbow, he blocks the low again, but the trade, no trade, the slow motion ending, the elbow beating out the slide.
I really thought the slide was gonna go in there, but instead NatureLover gets that elbow. And right now he has the aggression. He's forcing Mawts to back off a bit. And oh my goodness, Mawts trying to interrupt with a down jab. Punish that.
Oh, and no throw bake here from Mawts, and this is giving NatureLover more advantages as this match plays on. Nice little sidestep there from Mawts, but gets nothing. NatureLover continues the aggression here, and Mawts is hanging by a thread. Nice little whiff punish there on that wake up 3.
Goodness gracious, NatureLover is feeling himself. He's getting in his element, and Mawts has no rounds yet. Let's see if Mawts can come back from here. There's the counter hit though for NatureLover. And right now, the battle is just getting more and more uphill for Mawts.
Can Mawts overcome this situation? NatureLover continuing on. He is pressing forward.
Oh!
He's not backing down. Beautiful sidewalk into the Nina Godfist for Mawts. He's going to deal so much damage. He has the rage, but can he even use it?
Oh no! There's your answer. He can't. And NatureLover gets a 2-0. He breaks even.
He cannot, and Mawts falls to NatureLover. Huge win for Signal Ultra Warriors NatureLover.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back now here in the Nationals. I'm your host, Bill. Alongside with me is Young Rafiki and Dr. Jimmy. And medyo nag-iisip kayo kung bakit kaya ganun yung post nila. Because we're gonna interview the former coach of BRE Pro, which is Mawts. Alright, Mawts, here we go. We're gonna do that all together. Okay.
Yan.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mawts here from BRE Pro. Mawts, good evening.
Good evening, good evening. Musta kayo dyan?
We're all good, man. We're all good. Of course, we've seen all your matches for today, pero meron lang kami mga konting questions sa'yo. First is, can you tell us your experience in being a coach for BRE Pro?
Well, ang masasabi ko, yung sa difference ng pagiging coach sa pagiging player, malaki talaga yung difference.
Mhm.
It's not just you're sharing the technical aspect of the game,
Yes.
lahat ng mga frames and mga side steps and etc. Pero it's more holistic eh. Pati yung emotional state nung and mental state nung the players that you are coaching, to consideration as well, and importante yung synergy mo as player and coach, kasi kung hindi mo alam kung what your player is feeling right now at this second, you may not be giving the best and optimal advice.
Mhm. Pero why did you transition as a player for the team?
Simply because at that time three players po kami sa Bren. So talaga pong nung second conference, yung isa po talaga yung maglalaro sa amin. Palitan kami.
Mhm. Which is si Hapon, yes?
Yes, but yun nga, it's a pleasant surprise na parang nagustuhan ko yung role na yun
Yeah.
nung when I tried it nung conference 2, and I focused a lot on it even past conference 2.
Yes, yes. Okay, dun sa game mo against AK, ito talaga yung gusto natin pag-usapan dito. Can you tell us something more about the match against AK? Not 2-0 mo si AK dun, bro.
Yung match po namin ni AK, kasi doon po sa King matchup, I think AK is trying out King. Pati po yung last last matches niya King din ginamit
Yes.
niya.
Mhm.
Yung ako po kasi medyo familiar ako doon sa King matchup, because yung mga kalaro ko din po at saka yung rival ko po nung unang panahon, King player po.
Oh, okay. Ito, this question is galing kay Young Rafik ito eh. Ito ka-while na yun na gamitin mo si Nina again. Bakit ngayon lang ulit?
Kasi po yung so yung online po is a different kind of environment. When I tried out Nina in day 1, medyo hindi po gumagana yung mga yung the typical offline play that I was used to. So I quickly learned to play Ganryu para to adapt to that environment. And then nung medyo hindi ko alam nangyari kay Ganryu, napagod na yata o hindi bumibenta. Tsaka na po ako nag-decide. And and yung nilabas ko na yung Nina 2.0.
Yeah.
Na adapted for this type of environment.
Oh, this is like a new version of Nina by
New
BRE.Mawts.
version.
Alright, thank you
Bale,
very
may
much.
patch na.
Na-patch na po, na-patch na. Nung una, hindi pa eh.
The newly and improved Nina by BRE.Mawts. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we have BRE Pro's Mods. Mods, thank you very much and good luck sa mga susunod ng games.
Thank you po.
Tama na ako. Alright, guys. That is Mods for you guys. And now, dito naman tayo sa full show analysis with our casters. Once again, my name is Bill. I'm with Dr. Jimmy and Young Rafik, our commentators a while ago. Okay, pag-usapan natin to mga kaibigan. First is Jules picked Paul against Rack and Roll, pero hindi naman niya ginagamit yun masyado. Bakit kaya? Next is Jules used Leroy for the first time against Coffee Prince, na yun yung dahilan na talagang nag-boost siya para mapunta sa top 8 players, na mapunta siya sa top 8 finally, and Pika dropped down. Let's start with Dr. Jimmy.
I think sobrang surprised ako when he picked Paul. First off, it was already mentioned by the casters that Jules is known as a defensive player, but Paul has been known for offense his whole life in Tekken. But then we saw how Jules played Paul. I only saw very few surprise death fist. Even none at all. I didn't see any rage drive, like out of nowhere death fist from Jules. But he played Paul to his style. It was super effective. I was so impressed.
Geography.
So here's the thing. Actually, see Jules, he is an effective Paul player. He was actually one of the guys who taught me how to play Paul more properly. He also he knows a lot of tech din for Paul. One thing is he actually uses it for during for some tournaments. He uses it during pools. He uses it during casuals. But for pools especially, kasi Paul is great. He's a great character. He has a lot of damage. You can easily like cruise through against a lot of opponents. Kasi he's also a great feeling out process for a lot of for Jules. Jules is analytic. Jules is a download machine, and using Paul, it really wasn't outside his comfort zone. It just meant he was a bit more aggressive, and it shows.
Alright, okay. We've seen new characters na pinapasok yun ng mga players natin dito sa ating Season 2. And ngayon dito lang tayo sa Day 8. Okay, I just want to ask you guys. AK using King, losing against Mario and Mawts today, hindi nanalo si AK ngayon, mga kaibigan. That is really sad for AK right now. What is your insight for that, young Rafiki?
To be honest, it's because of the fact na like I want to assume that it's because of the fact nga he's up there sa standings. He's easily top 1, 2, or 3. And yung pinakita niya is he's just trying out new things. He's trying out new characters that he can possibly pull out. You could see na may rank naman din yung yung king niya, and he's probably just trying to pull out the things that he can do against people in the nationals there. Kasi he has a lot of leeway, he has a lot of wiggle room. So yun.
Well, anyway, kahit if ever matalo naman siya, at least nasa top 8 pa rin naman siya, so it's okay. Alright, Dr. Jimmy.
I think he's employing a different strategy, if you use your main or if you use characters that you're super 100% comfortable with, or like you put in all your analytical stuff like that, you wear yourself out, especially in a 10-day conference like this. So I think the other reason why AK is using King is he wants to loosen up, he wants to try something new. He doesn't want to feel restricted to what he's been doing and what's been working for him. So I think it's also a way, I don't know, I don't want to call it load management, but it's more of really just easing his way into the final day and into the playoffs. He's already secured a playoff spot. He's just trying to relax and prepare himself for the war that is to come.
Yun din pala. Another thing is, as you mentioned, Doc Jimmy, AK has a lot of tape. Aside from the nationals, you could analyze him in literally every other tournament.
Yes.
So throwing people off the scent is one way to prepare for playoffs talaga.
Well, apparently, hindi naman ito yung first time na ginagawa ni AK to. Kasi nung nasa Season 1 pa rin naman tayo, bigla-bigla lang siya nagpapasok ng mga unorthodox na characters. And minsan nanatalo siya, minsan nananalo siya. At least, he's just really trying so hard na mag-test ng mga iba't ibang characters.
Yep. And it's still showing now dito sa second season natin. And it's been effective so far in our first season kasi, 3-time.
Man. I know, back to back. Alright, this is the question na gusto ko talagang tanongin since kahapon pa. Pero kayo ang makakasagot nito. Sino tingin niyo ang most improved player as of the moment? Nandito tayo ngayon sa Day 8. You've been casting the Nationals since nung nasa Season 1 pa rin tayo, and now going here to Season 2. We've seen new players, new moves, new everything. Okay, most improved player of the moment, young Rafiki.
Okay. Personally, I have two choices, but I'll go with the other one. I'll go with Mawts kasi they're simply because of the fact na may pocket pick siya. It turns him into a completely different beast, and we saw how slow the start was dun sa first few days. Nina wasn't working. He pulls out the Ganryu, and then he puts himself in the conversation of top 8, and right now he 2-0'd AK, and that just makes it even better from there.
It is Dr. Jimmy.
I have to go with our boy, the man who was behind the microphone but has now taken up the stick and gone to the battle. Smart Omega Spica. He, for me, is the most improved player. Not in skill, I would say, but in standing. the skill that he has is already there. It's been developing throughout the 8 days. But I think he's really found his space. He's found his zen. He has found his moment. And he's started from the bottom. Now we're here,
Yes,
player in this conference. So it is Smart Omega's Pika, my choice.
Yes, actually, sa social media ni Fika, he's been posting ng mga tutorial videos, yung mga combos na pwede nang i-share sa mga tao. I mean, player siya, coach na siya, commentator na siya, all in one package for Pika. And yeah, I agree to you, Dr. Jimmy. And again, to all the people who are watching right now, thank you very much for tuning in. We've seen a lot of amazing moves right now, mga kaibigan. We've seen it, and then like yung nangyari kay AK, we've seen a lot of achievements as well, and we really can't wait to show you more. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the National Second Seven Conference Day 8, and see you again on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. And on behalf of our cast for today, Dr. Jimmy, Young Rafiki, Fox Spice, and Kid, thank you very much for tuning in. See you again on Saturday for the last time. I am Bill, your host. Good night.